Okay, so game 6 has possession on it again. This time my opponent asks me whether or not we should play with it. I don't see any stalemate opportunities, so I said, okay, let's try it. Let's go with the possession thing. So with possession on the board, general rule of thumb is you want to build a deck that just plays possession and nothing else. The more things your deck can do is the more things both of y'all could do. So I'm going to start off with Silver and Monument here. There's Wolf Den to take into consideration, so you want multiple copies of things where possible, where reasonable. So Silver Monument is what I expect to go after here. I know with the new possession rules that if your opponent possesses you and plays Monument, they get the points, but it's fine. I'll also get points when I play the Monument. There's Hunting Party and Lost City. For draw, Hunting Party is excellent here. There's no trashing and it can help you to find your possession or whatever key card a lot more quickly than the Lost City. So we both go for Monument and Silver. So it seems like we're both building up to the same thing here. I pick up another Silver, again just to deflect the Wolf Den and to get a little bit more money. Second Monument for my opponent, I assume for the same reason. And turn 4. 5 coins is a duchy for my opponent, and I know exactly what he's doing by picking up a duchy this early into the game. So what he's saying is that he's going to go after duchies and Silk Roads, so that if I do go after possession, there's not much I could do with his deck outside of maybe buy a Silk Road or an estate or something. So he already buys an estate on turn 5 here. Now seeing him go in this direction makes me think a little bit, and I have to readjust my plans here. I actually choose not to play with possession for the rest of this game and instead use the threat of it and to influence my opponent's deck choice. What I'm going to go after is some Lost Cities. I need some plus actions because I want to play some terminals. Monument is one of them already, of course, and some Hunting Parties. I don't expect him to go after Hunting Parties or Lost Cities. I just expect him to go after green from this point on. So I pick up another Monument here. I mean, eventually his deck will clog up, and if I just keep stacking Monuments in play, I should overtake him eventually. Eventually. The thing that he has to do is end the game before eventually gets to him, right? So that is my plan here with the Monuments. He has a third Monument now, which is reasonable for him here, and yeah, you see it, you're seeing right. The mouse is over the pirate ship. Yes, we have the pirate ship. For a Silk Road player, a copper is a key piece of economy. Extremely important piece of economy. And if I can start taking that out of his deck, then he isn't going to have money to pick up any kind of Silk Roads or Duchy or anything. That is the only reason for the pirate ship, rather. The only reason for the pirate ship. I am solely going to use that to attack my opponent. I have enough money outside of the pirate ship money to buy province or whatever it is I need to. There's no plus buy on the board outside of Contraband, right? Contraband might be decent for me, but I don't really need to pick it up against what my opponent is doing. So we're going to start barreling, shooting cannons at this man's deck, looking for treasure. So I do pick up a second one just because of the Wolf Den and to increase my frequency of attack. Final Lost City for me, I figure it's better to pick up the Lost Cities earlier because he probably would have 4 or 5 in his hand, and if he has 6 or 7, he's not doing anything other than buying a Dutch, right? I kind of waste his money in a sense, and later on when his deck is more clogged, the extra card might be more valuable to him. So I'm going to go after the Lost Cities first, then I get a bit more Hunting Parties to become very stable, and then I'm going to start, seeing what's my best course of action depending on how the pirate ships do. So far they've knocked a couple coppers out of his deck, which I'm happy with, of course. So I was particularly happy to play with pirate ship here because it doesn't get a lot of play, and I actually lost one of the games in the tournament to someone who picked up pirate ship, Lazy Dog, right? Lazy Dog. In his interview, he actually made it to the quarterfinals. In his interview, he said that pirate ship was one of his lucky cards. So I decided to test that hypothesis here, right? See if it would bring me some luck. So you see my opponent going after the Silk Roads now, but my pirate ships are going to start affecting his economy big time. Boom, there goes copper. That's a big blow for him. That's a real big blow for him. The hunting parties means that I can play a pirate ship and then go find the other one relatively easily. So 11 here, I'm just going to pile on the hunting parties. With no money in my opponent's deck, I really cut out the kind of things that he can do. He manages to buy a Silk Road still, but I will find those silvers and I will kill those silvers. Right? I'm Liam Neeson from Taken. I put the text in the chat soon enough here, you know. I don't know where they are, but I will find them and I will kill them. Anyway, so this is the direction the game is going, right? Very straightforward at this point, nothing much to talk about. I think I buy one more hunting party and then I call it there. I don't want to drop the pile too low to give him some outside 3-pile chance on hunting parties, duchies, and Silk Roads or whatever. So I just buy one more hunting party and then I'm gonna start going after the provinces, which should be good enough to win, I think. Which should be good enough to win. With the limited economy in his deck too, there should be Silk Roads lying around if I need to pick up those, or even duchies lying around. Duchies are pretty hard for him to get, I feel. You know, he's trying to repair his economy by buying silvers and whatnot, but I'm relentless with these pirate ships. I am relentless. So this here should be a province. Yep, it's gonna be the first province. And I do have on an ideal turn 2 points coming in off the monument every single turn, which is real good news. So while I was playing with the pirate ship, like I could feel how, you know, not good it was. I would much rather them have been monuments early on. So if I had 4 monuments instead of the pirate ships, then I could be stacking 4 points a turn, right? But on the other hand, my opponent would have had economy and the duchy pile would have been lower, I imagine. The Silk Road pile would have been lower. I would have had to play a lot closer to a 3-pile than if I had picked up the pirate ship. So even they did very good work here. I think this was a very reasonable choice for pirate ship, especially against what my opponent is doing. He tried to duck possession real hard, and the pirate ship said, "Nah, I'm not having any of that. I'll take your coppers, I'll take your silver. Hide your coppers, hide your silvers, because we taking everything out here." So the pirate ships are actually now at 8, which is brilliant, because as I buy more green cards, my deck is going to become less reliable. Once I see a pirate ship, I could buy a province. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. So here, I believe I'm able to get to province once more and actually catch up to my opponent on points, and that is a real good look for me here. Real good look for me. And I am looking fairly likely and fairly able, my deck anyway, to be able to get through the remaining 5 provinces in the next 5 or 6 turns, especially with these super duper pirate ships. So at this point, I'm not too interested in attacking him. If I have to use the pirate ship for money, I will, but if I don't, you know what's gonna happen. Drink and the devil had done for the rest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Alright, so my opponent eventually resigns here. I've shot like 7 or 8 coppers out of his deck. He has a handful of silver and is not enough money to catch up in time here. So that is how game 6 ends. I had a lot of fun with this game. Pirate ship is fun, right? You just shoot people. Well, not people, you shoot the coppers out of the decks or the treasures out of the decks. But it's always fun, especially after, you know, losing a game with it, to come back and win one and to see it actually put in some work here. So we finished the match with just 2 points actually. My opponent manages to pick up 4. I threw away some points as usual. I have to work on that, but he also won some points outright. I have no complaints if my opponent wins those points. So yeah, we'll see how we do in the rest of the season. Nice thing with the league is that you're allowed a slight hiccup and you can still finish strong. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next match.